Okay, we're going to tie up some spinners here using some trilene 100% fluorocarbon. I like to take out one, about an arm length or so. Cut that off. Excuse me. Now there's several different ways to tie snells. I'm going to use two different knots here just for demonstration purposes, and this is not where you're going to learn how to tie these, but I'll just show you that there's really not much to it. This is a simple one. I've heard people say that this doesn't look like that secure of a knot, but I'll tell you what, you never had one come undone. You just wrap her through, wrap it around, then back through the eye. This fluorocarbon is a little tougher to tie than your monos. But yeah, got that. Pull the tag, push it up towards the eye. Give her a good pull. And it's on there. I'll clip off the tag. Now the second knot I'm going to do is a little different. This is one where you just create a loop. And what's nice about this one is if you have a broken hook or something, you can cut off the old hook and you don't have to get yourself a new spinner. Now this one's going to be a little different. We're going to create a loop like so. And then we're going to use the hook end and catch that loop and wrap it around the shaft. Now this actually is a little more secure knot than the other one because you can untie that other one rather easy. This one you can't. Now we've got a little loop there, and I'm just going to sneak that hook through the loop. Try not to hook myself. Keep that pinched, and then we're going to start to tighten it down. We don't want to let that end loop flip over the eye. Just kind of tease her down. Once we've got it tightened, slip it up to the eye, and then we can slip the tag through the eyelet. So okay, this is really not about tying snell knots, but that's just two different knots you can use. And now we've got to go through the eye. And now we've got the business end. Now we've got the business end of our worm harness tied. Now you can see I'm using a Kahle hook here. These are size 12 Kahle hooks. I found that I get a much better hooking percentage with those for some reason. Why, I don't know. I just found that out in Canada this year. This is your typical octopus hook this is the typical octopus hook that is used. You can see it's got a turned back eye. But this Kahle, and again, why, I don't know. It's just the angle or what, but my hooking percentages were in the upper 90s when I get a bite this year, and I had to give away some spinners because these were working better than some others, and well, then I gave away too many, and between those and the ones we lost in the rocks, I ran out, and I had to use a commercial one with the octopus hook. And that's when I found out that my percentage was so much higher with these. So anyway, we've got that. Now you can see we've got the components. We've got beads, we've got spinners, spinner blades. I think beads are overrated myself. I'm not a big fan of them. I like to keep everything very small profile. I go with these small, they're almost BB size metal beads, and I even use those very minimally. So after the last hook goes on, I will go with this. I will go with a single metal bead. Oh, I lost the works. I lost my bead. So we'll go with a single metal bead. Thread it on there. Slide that down to the last. Jeez. Slide that down to the first hook. Now, the reason we have to use beads or something is for a spacer, because you got to get that blade up above the hook. You don't want it to interfere with your hooks. So what I'm using is these real small, skinny springs, just as a spacer. And that it gives me enough room for this blade. That gives me enough room with that one blade there to get that blade in the correct position. They talk about the beads imitating bait fish and stuff. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, and I don't. I don't see that, in my experience anyway, that it makes a darn bit of difference. So, okay, on top of that spacer, I put one more bead. Then I'm going to run my clevis. You want to make sure you put your blade on the right way. I do like the new quick change clevises where you can swap your blades out real easily, which is nice. I tend to stick to silver blades, these hammered blades here. I really like them. I don't know what it is about the flash, but they do a great job. So there's basically is our spinner rig. You can see where my blade is in relation to the hook, and it's not going to interfere with that bite. Now I will top that clevis with one more small bead. So yeah, so I still use beads, but they're not. The intention is not to imitate any bait fish or anything. I'm looking for flash and vibration. And spacer only. That's all. The only reason I have any interest in the bead at all. This fluorocarbon is like wrestling with a snake. Okay, we got it. Now that's done. Now you can finish them. You can tie a loop knot on the end. I personally like to just pop one of the and just put a barrel swivel on it. Just put a barrel swivel on the end of it, and then I can have a snap swivel on the end of my line. So I can snap right onto this, change it out real quick if I need be, or if need be. Just do an improved cinch knot on on the barrel swivel. And you now have yourself an excellent walleye spinner. Okay, what do we do with it now here? The problem with these things is they're a mess. If you don't have some of these, get them. This is called a snell holder. There's nothing to it. It will keep you sane, because I personally have never been able to take a snell out of a package and have it work. I always have a tangle. So all we're doing here is wrapping it tight along here. And we'll take that hook, find a nice spot for it to hook into. There you go. Nice tangle-free snell holder. Now, you don't have one of these, you can get these at Fleet Farm, you can get them just about anywhere. If you don't have one of these, cut yourself a piece of cardboard. Just cut a couple slots in there. Cut a couple slots in there. And you can keep those spinners from getting too tangled up. You got to have something. Don't try tying them in a loop and thinking you're going to get them unwrapped the same way. So anyway, that's it. That's our how to make a walleye spinner. Till next time.